Good evening, students. Welcome to the seventh session of Basic Electrical Engineering ESEE 101 DC circuit. Let me share the screen first. In this session, you will learn about the time domain analysis of RL circuit. In previous classes, I discussed when with a voltage source or current source, one resistor is either attached in series or parallel, or the inductors are connected in series or parallel. But what will happen if an inductor and a resistor both are connected with that source? So what will happen? That analysis will be done in today's module. Okay. Next, based on this time domain analysis of RL circuit, some numericals will be solved. But before that, let's solve the previous assignments and check whether you did it correctly or not. Okay. What was the previous assignment? Using superposition theorem, find the current through a link that is to be connected between the terminals AB. Assume the link resistance to be 0. Link resistance to be 0 means your R value is 0. That means it is short circuit. Okay, this part is shorted. You can see it here that AB point is shorted and R value is 0. Okay, what is the theory of superposition theorem? If there are more than one sources, then we will take each source at a time. Okay, so first consider the 50-volt source. Okay, if you consider this 50-volt source, then other sources, what will happen to those? If other sources are voltage sources, they are short circuited, and if current sources, it will be open circuited. Okay, see here other sources are voltage sources, so this 20 volt and 10 volt will be shorted. You can see it here, it is shorted here. Okay, now this is our short circuit path, this is our loop path where 10 ohm, 3 ohm and 2 ohm are in series. Total 10, 3, 2, 15 ohm. Now here across this 15 ohm in parallel, one shorted path is here. So you can say that through this shorted path, since resistance is very low, here 0, so maximum amount of current will flow through this path. Okay, so through this path, current flowing will be 0. Okay, the simple path will be converted to 50, 10 and through this shorted. Okay, so current is 50 divided by 10, that is 5 ampere, and remember the direction of the current flow from A to B, that means it is downward. Okay, next if we take only 10 volt source, this 10 volt source is now taken in step 2. This is our step 1. Okay, so in step 2, when 10 volt is taken, this 50 and 20 volt will be shorted. So at that time our current will be 10 divided by 15, it will be 0.67 ampere downward. Fine. Next 20 volt source is considered. Okay, so for 20 volt source, it is 20 divided by 15, so 1.33 ampere, that is in upward direction. you can say that 20 volt source is alone here and 10, 3, 2. Total 15 ohm is here, and here is with this short circuit across another 10 ohm resistance is there. So through this 10 ohm resistance at that time, while 20 ohm and 10 ohm is considered, no current will flow. Okay, that's why this 15 ohm is taken. Clear? So this 20 volt source is taken at that time. The current direction 1.33 ampere, but in upward direction. Either you show it like this, downward direction, and this one upward direction, or you can write it. Both are simultaneously correct. Fine. Now total current flow, that will be 5 plus 0.67 minus 1.33. Because this 1.33 ampere upward, it is equals to minus 1.33 downward. Okay, both are equal. Clear? So net current that will flow through that path is 4.34 ampere. Clear? Next, the discussion about RL series circuit. The RL or LR series circuit is connected across a constant voltage source, a battery, and a switch. Assuming that the switch S is open here, you can say, until it is closed at time t equals to 0. That means this switch is closed at t equals to 0, then remains permanently closed, producing a step response type voltage input. Okay, the current I begins to flow through the circuit but does not rise rapidly to its maximum value of I max as determined by the ratio of V by R, that means Ohm's law. Okay, this limiting factor is due to the presence of self-induced EMF within the inductor as a result of growth of magnetic flux proposed by Lenz's law. After a time, the voltage source neutralizes the effect of the self-induced EMF and the current flow becomes constant, and induced current and field current are reduced to 0. Okay. Here we can use the Kirchhoff's voltage law for that circuit. Why? Because in that circuit one voltage source is here, one resistance is there, another inductor is there, and current will flow like this. Okay, this is our Vt, this is our Vr, this is our VL. So these are just lossy component, passive component. Okay, so Vt minus Vr plus VL equals to 0. According to Ohm's law, when current flows through this V, through this resistance, the VR will be developed. This value is VR equals to I into R. Okay, the voltage drop across the inductor, that is our familiar expression L di dt. Okay, now the final expression for this voltage drop is Vs equals to IR plus L di dt. Now in class 12 you had studied the integration. Okay, so here all the I terms will be kept one side and dt term will kept in other side. So Vs minus IR, that is kept in denominator, L is remain multiplied here, and dt goes to left hand side. Fine. So dt equals to L by R. R is taken common from Vs minus IR. Okay, so Vs by R minus I. Now we did integrating both sides. Okay, and this one is indefinite integral. Clear? So indefinite integration dt, that will be T L by R integration di by Vs by R minus I. Now we did the substitution. We substitute the Vs by R minus I equals to Z. So di equals to minus dz. So put this value here. Okay. So that will be dz by minus z. So it will be after integration T by L by R minus dz by z, that is after integration the value is ln z. Ln means we write ln, that is equals to log e base. Okay, that is ln z plus k. K is the constant. It is our integrating constant. Okay. What is L by R? This L by R is, this term is considered as tau. It is called the time constant. Okay. It is called the time constant. What is the usage of this time constant? We will discuss it later. Just for this purpose, this time, know that this tau is called the time constant, is one Greek letter. Okay, so T by tau equals to minus of ln Vs by R minus I, put the Z value, plus K. Now this circuit at time t equals to 0, the switch was just closed, right? The switch is just closed. That means at the time of t equals to 0, our current flow through the RL circuit is 0. Okay, so t is 0, I value is 0, and this total k value, the constant value k equals to ln Vs by R. Okay, now put the value of k here, ln Vs by R. Okay, now T by tau minus sign is shifted, ln 1 minus I by Vs by R. Okay, now it is exponential value, both sides taking the logarithmic, e to the power minus t by tau equals to 1 minus I by Vs by R. 1 is taken this side. Okay, so 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau equals to I divided by Vs by R. So I equals to Vs by R into 1 minus e to the power t by tau. So this is the current flowing through the circuit. Okay, so at t equals to 0, can you find the value of current? At t equals to 0, e to the power 0 is 1. Okay, so 1 minus 1, that is 0. So at t equals to 0, our current is 0. Okay, but at t equals to infinite, find out the value. At t equals to infinite means e to the power minus infinite, that means 1 by e to the power infinite. That means this term is equals to 0. Okay, so 1 minus 0 is 1. So its value is Vs by R, maximum value. Okay, so this type of RL circuit, it is called RL charging circuit. Okay, it is called RL charging circuit. That means in this kind of circuit, the magnetic energy is stored in the inductor. Okay, so you can see that the current is increasing here like this, and it is steady state value is Vs by R. When this kind of circuit is given, R L, this kind of circuit is called decaying circuit. At that time, some magnetic energy is previously stored in inductor. Okay, so at that moment the current is decaying in nature, and that value will be VL equals to V into e to the power minus T by tau. Okay, so whatever we are discussing here, it is RL charging circuit, and if there is no voltage source in the circuit and the inductor is previously charged, then that type of circuit is called RL decaying circuit. Okay, now going back to the charging circuit, the voltage across the inductor, what is voltage across inductor? L into di dt. I value you already know, so VL value just by differentiation of this total term you can calculate. The value is VL equals to Vs into e to the power minus T by tau. Okay, so voltage is like this for inductor. That means at t equals to 0, the inductor is like open circuit. T equals to 0. This is our inductor. Okay, at t equals to 0, it is like open circuit, but at t equals to infinite, it will act as short circuit. Okay, why this is happening? Because LdIdt, when the current gets steady state value, the dIdt value is almost 0 or it is 0. That means the voltage generated across the inductor is 0. And when this case happens for short circuit condition, that is why this analysis is derived. When t equals to 0, the inductor will act as an open circuit, and where t equals to infinite, it will act as a short circuit path. That's why voltage is 0 and total circuit becomes a fully resistive circuit. Fine. So this is our voltage, and at decaying circuit you can calculate. What will be the calculation for decaying circuit? 0 equals to R into I plus L into di dt. Okay, solve this equation, put this time limit, you will get this type of curve. Okay, fine. Next is the example based on the RL series circuit. A coil which has an inductance of 40 millihenry, that means it is 40 into 10 to the power minus 3 Henry. A resistance of 2 ohm is connected together in the form of LR series circuit or RL series circuit. If they are connected across 20 volt DC supply, number 1, what will be the final steady state value? First, draw the circuit. Okay, this is our resistance. Next is an inductor. It is connected across a voltage source. Clear? This is R, this is L, this is our V, S. Okay. Now at steady state value, that means steady state value reaches at t tends to infinite. At t tends to infinite, the inductor will act as short circuit. So total circuit at steady state what will happen? The inductor will short circuit and so it is simple. Okay, according to Ohm's law you can calculate it. So it will be 20 volt DC divided by 2 ohm, simple, 10 ampere. Okay, what will be the time constant? What is the time constant? Tau is called as time constant and it is value is L by R. What is the L value? That is 40 millihenry or 40 into 10 to the power minus 3. It can be written as 0.04 divided by 2. That means 0.02 second or 20 millisecond. Fine. What will be the transient time of the RL series circuit at 5 tau? 5 tau means 5 into 0.02, that is 100 millisecond. What will be the value of induced EMF after 10 millisecond? After 10 millisecond induced EMF value means across the inductor how much voltage is generated, that we have to calculate. Okay, so VL value is V into e to the power VL equals to V into e to the power, since this is our charging circuit, e to the power minus T by tau. What is our T value? Given 10 millisecond. What is our tau value? That is 20 millisecond. So e to the power minus half. Fine. This value is 20 into 0.6065 or 0.61. So it will be 12.13 volt. Clear? Next, what will be the value of the circuit current one time constant, that means after tau time passing? Okay, after tau time passing means e to the power t by tau. What is the t value and tau value? Put those values. Vs by R, Vs value is 20, R value is 2, already given. So if you put this value, the current is 6.32 ampere. Okay, it is simple. Just remember the formula of IT and VT. Okay, VL, sorry, this will be VL, that is V into e to the power minus T by tau. What is the value of tau? Tau equals to L by R. Okay. Next, question number 2. Find the current in series RL circuit having R equals to 2 ohm, L equals to 10 Henry, while a DC voltage of 100 volt is applied. So our circuit will be a resistance and inductor having the inductance value 10 Henry. It is connected across a voltage source, that is 100 volt. Okay. Now, what is the value of this current after 5 seconds of switching on? After 5 seconds of switching on, so current value you have to remember, that is capital I into 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau. What is capital I? This is the maximum current, that is the maximum steady state current. Okay, and this value is Vs by R. Clear? So that is 100 divided by 2 into 1 minus e to the power minus t by 5. The t value is given 5 seconds. Put the value t as 5, so e to the power minus 1. Okay. So put these values in calculator. You will get 31.482 ampere will pass after the 5 seconds of switching on. Okay. Next, question number 3. A coil having a resistance of 10 ohm and inductance of 1 Henry is switched on to a DC 100 volt. Calculate the rate of change of current, number 1, at the instant of closing the switch, number 2, when t equals to tau, number 3, also find out the steady state value of the current. For RL circuit, the charging current, we already know the formula, and for steady state, current value is V by R, and time constant value tau means L by R. L value is 1 Henry, R value is 10 ohm. So its value is 0.1 second. Okay. Therefore, the I value, put all these values. V value is 100, R value 10, 1 minus e to the power minus t by 0.1. So this is our current. Okay. Now we have to calculate the rate of change of current. What is the rate of change of current? That is di by dt. We have to differentiate the current with respect to time. Differentiate it. That 10 value that will come out because it is constant like this. Okay. And 1 minus 1 is constant. So d dt of constant is 0. And e to the power minus t by tau, this value will give the minus 1 by 0.1. So it will be 100 into e to the power minus t by 0.1. Okay. So all total, the instantaneous value of current or rate of change of value of current at the instant of closing the switch is 100 into e to the power minus t by 0.1, or you can write it 100 e to the power minus 10t. Okay, ampere per second. Next, the rate of change of current at the instant of closing switch at t equals to 0. So when t equals to 0, here put the value t equals to 0. At t equals to 0, e to the power minus 0, that value is 1. So ultimately your answer will be 100 ampere per second. Okay. Now when t equals to tau, L by R is 0.1 second. Fine. The rate of change of current value is e to the power minus t by tau. T value and tau value all are same. So e to the power minus 1. So ultimately your di by dt ratio will become 36.8 ampere per second. Okay. And final steady state value means the whole circuit becomes resistive in nature, because at t tends to infinite, the system becomes unsteady. Okay. So at steady state, since there is no rate of change of current, the di dt is 0, the inductor will act as short circuit and total circuit becomes resistive in nature. In that case, steady state current, or I can say that is our maximum current. Okay, both are same. Steady state current value is 100 divided by 10, that is 10 ampere. Okay, so that's how you have to solve the problems. Okay, next is some assignments. That's for you people. Okay, try to solve this assignment. Let me read it first. In the figure, the switch is kept at first at position 1. That means first it is closed at position 1. the system becomes charging in nature and it achieves the steady state condition. Okay, at t equals to 0, the switch is moved to position 2. At that time, this path is totally off and this RL circuit becomes decaying in nature. So you have to find the current in both the cases. Okay, so try this problem. I hope you can solve it. Okay, so that's for today's session. Thank you.